friends, we are out of here. Gonna head to the store. Apologize for the sunlight, that's probably really bright. My daughter finally got out of bed, but doesn't want to go with me because she feels like she doesn't look her best. Right, after dropping the iPad off the dashboard, I decided maybe my phone would be a better option. So here I'm back. We are on the gravel, which is why it's so bumpy. You've come on the gravel with me before on the way to school. We're just going to do our shopping in town today, so it shouldn't take very long to get places. I'm going to stop by the bank, and we finally got our state income tax refund the other day in the mail. So thank you, State of Missouri, for being so expedient in returning my money back to me. So that little tiny niblet of money will go back into our account. That'll be fun. And then we'll go probably to the grocery store, which I don't frequent very often. Normally during this school year, I go to the Walmart Supercenter just because it's more convenient. Not that I'm a big proponent of big box stores or anything like that. I would rather be able to go to the local places if possible, but it's just honestly more convenient because I work in that other town and it's just across town. I can get everything in one place and I have to go to multiple different stores. It's just easier, which is why they're so popular in the first place. Yeah. So that is the plan. I don't know, we might go to Dollar Tree and see what they have. I haven't been for a while. That might be kind of fun since I haven't been out of the house. It feels like forever. You know, when you're in the house for 2 or 3 days, you kind of lose track of when it is, like even like what season, what anything. Because my house is outside the city limits, and so we have neighbors, but we don't have like right next door to us neighbors, and so I feel nice and secluded in a good way, not like I'm all alone, but it's nice and cozy and comfortable, and so I don't, unless I want to see people, I don't have to see people, which is a good thing sometimes. But you can kind of become a hermit, which is not necessarily a good thing. So sometimes I kind of force myself to get out of the house, even if I don't really need to do anything, just because it's very easy to get depressed if you're just stuck in those 4 walls for a very long time, which is another reason why you shouldn't stay in your classroom all day long. You should get out and talk to people, tall people. Yeah, because you get plenty of short people talk, but you need some tall people talk sometimes too. Just a word of advice. Sometimes you want to just get so much stuff done that you just think, oh, I'll just work through my lunch break, I'll work through the recess, I'll work through, you know, whatever other your plan time, and never leave my room except to go to the bathroom. That's not a healthy way to be. We all get like that, where we just like get in there and we just have to get our stuff done. But just make sure that you get some tall talk in there sometimes too. All right, we are about halfway to the bank. It doesn't take very long to get anywhere in this town because it's not terribly big. This town only has about, I think, 4,000 people maybe. So it doesn't take very long to travel where you're going. So I'm like pretty much right in the center of town right now at the major stoplight. And I'm going to, I guess I'll turn here. I don't know. This turn lane always worries me because people can turn from the other side too. I don't know what turn lanes are like in other states because I've lived in Missouri for quite a while now and I don't really travel a lot through other states, but we have, you know, the right hand side of the street, the left hand side of the street, and then there's a lane in the middle that is a left turn lane that you can use from either direction that you're driving. And so you have to be careful because you can get hit head on if someone is turning by you, you know, coming from the opposite direction. They could hit you if they're not paying attention. So it's a little nerve-wracking when you're pulling into one of those, I don't even know what you call them. They're called left turn lanes, obviously, but I mean, they're a special kind. I don't know that they have them in other states. I think I've seen them in Kansas before, but other than that, I don't really know for sure what they are. So yeah, let's see if I remember how to get to the bank, because honestly, I do most of my banking online anymore, and I think I'm on the wrong street. Yeah, I think I'm on the wrong street. So I'm getting the scenic route here. There's a little bit of traffic over by this church. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go the other direction. Totally wig people out and change my signal. But hey, I used my signal, so there's something right there. I think I keep moving the phone really close to my face, so sorry for the extreme close-ups that you're getting sometimes. Because honestly, I'm trying to concentrate on where I'm driving, not so much on videoing because I want to be safe. They've repaved this road. You can tell I don't come down here very often. Usually the bank is closed whenever I get back from school, so there's no point in me even trying. This is the wrong street. I think I need to go one more street over. Yes, indeed, I do. I'll go on this little weird intermittent street in the middle here. And then we can zip over to the bank. Super fun and exciting. All right. Oh, I can't see if anybody's coming, but thankfully it's only like 15 through here, so it wouldn't be a big fender bender. That'd be time to stop. I see the bank. I finally went on the right street. I just turned a street too early. I turned on the street where the post office is because that's the place I'm used to going when I come downtown. Our town actually still has a downtown with little businesses and everything. A lot of them have closed, unfortunately, because of the larger stores coming in and things, and they just couldn't make it. But then more stores have come in to take their place, so I guess there's commerce a little bit still here. All right, there's a big truck parked in this bank parking lot. I'm sure I can get through. That's interesting. Okay, well, head to the ATM, get my little bit of money from the government, put back in my account where it belongs, and I'll catch up with you in just a minute. I thought I might show you a little bit of the town. I'm actually driving down the street that I used to live at before we moved to our house that we're in now, that we built. It's been 10 years since we lived down here. So there's some people taking a walk. This was a really nice area to walk in, and we used to take our daughter bicycling through here because there's not a lot of traffic through here. Sorry, it's bumpy. They have some potholes through here. There's somebody pulling out of their driveway. Slow down a little bit. But I have not seen my old house for a while, so I really don't know what it looks like right now. We will see. I'm glad that we moved when we did, though, because unfortunately, I don't even think this house is here anymore. I think they tore it down, but there was on a corner about a block and a half from our house was a meth house, and you could smell it. So that was not good. Here is my old house right here. This blue one, the shutters and things, overhangs. I guess they're not shutters. Okay, let's turn here. Go this way. Hey, we're gonna head to the local grocery store and I will catch you there. Okay, we're here at the grocery store. I wanted to wait for a minute because there was a lady parked right by me that was taking her cart back, which was on the other side of me, and I felt kind of weird talking to myself into the phone, so it was a little awkward. So she's getting into her van now and pulling out. So I will take you into the store with me and just kind of take you on my little grocery shopping adventure. See you in a little bit. Okay, here we are at the store. I grabbed a bunch of bananas and then I'm headed to the cheese section. Okay, my daughter has been bugging me for some cheese cubes and some block cheese so she can have it with crackers. So I grabbed those for her. Now it's off to get some eggs. I like to get the 1.5 eggs because we tend to go on cakes with eggs, or we do a lot of baking, or we make a lot of scrambled eggs or breakfast things. And so that just gives us enough eggs to do everything that we need to do. And since my daughter's a vegetarian, she just likes to eat a lot of eggs in different varieties and forms. So that was something that we got a lot of. And then this is the favorite milk that we get. Central Dairy is a local, fairly local dairy around here. So we tend to get their milk products. So we're getting some cottage cheese that's Central Dairy as well. I had to check the expiration date. I was sure it was probably fine, but I wanted to make sure it was good. Okay, the last thing is cereal for my husband. So I'm off to the cereal aisle to find the two kinds of cereal that he likes to mix together. He likes Honey Nut Cheerios, but he's trying to cut down on his sugar. And so he takes like the regular type of Toasted O's and mixes it with the Honey Nut Toasted O's. So it's a little bit sweet, but it's not too sweet. All right, off we go to Walmart's if I can get turned here. Oh, this intersection is not the best for turning left, but it looks like we're okay now. All right, did not get everything I needed at the grocery store because, to be perfectly honest, some other things are more expensive there. And so I tend to get the things that I can't get at Walmart at the grocery store, and I get the other things like dry goods that they carry at Walmart. So we'll see what we can get in our little local Walmart. It's not a super center. It is like the only Walmart around that's not a super center. I'm not sure how that happened, but yeah, we didn't get a super center. So most everybody just drives the 25 minutes to the town where I work to go to that super center and get the things that they need. There's also one in a city that's the opposite direction from where I work, that's about 30 minutes away, and it has a even bigger super center. There's a lot of fireworks stands out now. You can tell 4th of July is coming. We have a lot of fireworks stands around here. It's crazy. I don't know what the percentage is per person, but I bet it's like, you know, there's probably one fireworks stand for every 50 people in this town. Honestly, we take our fireworks pretty seriously, apparently. I'm not a huge fireworks person. I don't really care one way or the other. I grew up in Iowa where fireworks were illegal, so you couldn't have them. So we had sparklers and those little snake things that the little black tablets that you just lit and they grew little snakes out of them. That's what we had. All right, we are at Walmart parking, and I will take you in and see what we can find. Bye. All right, have to get some distilled water to use in my Keurig and my husband's mask that he uses for his sleep apnea. So I always get 6 jugs at a time, and when we get down to our last jug, I go grab more. My daughter requested the kettle cooked jalapeno chips, and so I looked at the grocery store and didn't find them there, so thankfully Walmart had them, so she would be happy. Next, I found these really cute little plates. I wasn't looking for them, they just happened to be kind of back with the picnic things. And so I found some larger plates and some smaller ones, and I thought they would be perfect for beginning of the year, back to school. Maybe we could have a little class luau as a welcome to 1st grade. Since I'm doing pineapples in my classroom, I thought it would be very, very cute and fun. Now moving on, for the last thing that I needed to find that I couldn't find when I was out before is a container for Onyx's cat food. She has a weight problem right now. Sometimes cats do that. They gain a lot of weight after they've been spayed and or declawed. And she did gain quite a bit of weight after she was spayed. And so she's on a special food that's different from the other cat's food. And so I was looking for a container like the one that we have for the other cat food that we have. And I found this one. It's just like the one we already have, except this one has a white lid and the other one has a blue lid. So it will be very easy to tell them apart. And it will fit in my pantry very nicely to hold her special cat food until maybe she can start eating regular cat food again, whenever that might be. All right, we are headed to Dollar Tree. Ooh, I got some of the stuff I needed from Walmart, not everything, because like I said, it's not a super center. So we'll go to Dollar Tree here. There's hardly anybody here. That's kind of nice. And we'll see what we can see. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping to find some of the little snap boxes that you can put cards in. We'll see what happens. Get a whole bunch of parking space here. Here we are. All right. Here we go. So they had cute little like summery party luau type things and colorful baskets, which I don't need right now for my classroom, and lots of different colors and different shapes and sizes, which could be very handy, but I don't have any plans for them right now, so I didn't think I should just get some because they were there. What I really was looking for was not this. They have lots of socks and things over there and summer buckets. I was looking for these handled baskets, but they only had one and it was red, and it doesn't go with my color scheme at all. But I wanted to get some of those so I could use them in my pantry to hold food, and I'd be able to pull the basket out so I could get to the food easier. I thought I would swing by the nail polish and the little press-on nails, and they didn't have much of anything. They had lots of little kid nails, but those don't work for adult nail beds usually because they're the wrong size. But so then I just kind of wandered through just to kind of see what there was. But I was kind of discouraged at this point and just kind of ready to go home. That was a big bummer. They didn't have a lot. There were some little storage baskets and things, which I don't really need right now. I was kind of looking, I found the one handle basket that was red that was on the end cap there. I was kind of looking for some of those to store in my pantry so that I could pull the food out easier, but one isn't going to do it, so I thought I'll just wait until there's a bigger Dollar Tree in the other town where I work in, so maybe I'll check that one out sometime. So that was kind of a bust, but oh well, now we know. I'm gonna head to McDonald's and get myself a mocha frappe because I deserve it. See ya.
Hi, I would like an egg and cheese McMuffin and 1 hash brown and a medium mocha frappe.
Alright, so I got some medium mocha frappe, the egg McMuffin, and the hash brown.
Yes.
Alright, that'll be $7.75 at the first window. Thank you.
The app for a free medium McCafe with any purchase. So let's hope that it works. Sometimes the little scanner thingy doesn't work and it's kind of a bummer. But yeah, I just texted my daughter and asked her if she wanted anything from McDonald's, and she said, oh, cat hair on me. That's not what she said. She said she wanted an egg and cheese McMuffin and a hash brown. So I'm picking it up for her, being the good mommy that I am. We're in the drive-thru line right now, and it's moving pretty quickly. It's kind of a weird time of day. It's 4 o'clock, so it's not like people are getting like supper right now necessarily, but they're getting more snacky stuff. Of course, my daughter has a really weird, you know, teenagers get on a weird sleeping schedule to like, this is like morning for her. She's like backwards now. She gets up late in the afternoon, stays up till the wee hours of the morning, and then does that all over again, which isn't conducive to really doing anything together as a family. So through the week it's not such a big deal because not such a big deal. I tend to talk very quickly. I'm sorry. I'm trying to work on that. As I was saying, during the week, not such a deal because my husband works during the day and it's just the two of us girls, and I can just kind of do whatever I need to do around the house, and then when she gets up we can go do things. But sorry, there's something on my chin that's driving me crazy. She does need to kind of get her sleep flipped a little better because hopefully we can start doing some fun summer things before summer's over. Right, it's my turn. Yay. Thank you.
Have a nice day.
You too. Yes. Come over here and wait in spot number 1 because they have to make probably the hash browns, since that's one of those all-day breakfast things, but they still have to prepare it, I guess. Oh, these are gorgeous. Look at that. Yummy chocolate cake. A chocolate swirl. I want to spill it all over a bit. It's amazing. Yeah, I'm very messy because there's some chocolate coming off the lid here. Get that before it gets on me. Hopefully we'll always have napkins in the car. My app worked. Yay, if you don't have a McDonald's app, you really should get it because you get free things eventually. If you tend to go to McDonald's, not like all the time, but you know, occasionally even, you can get some pretty good deals. Such as after you've gotten 5-minute cafes, you get a free one. Like a punch card, but it's electronics, which is really cool. And most of the McDonald's accept those. And you can even put in like your favorite McDonald's in the app, and it'll like register them or something. I don't know. I'm attention when they come up to the window and scare me and freak me out, and I'll fling my arms out and smack them or something.
There you go.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. That was close. Almost got me talking to myself. I would think, though, anymore, most people probably, even if they don't really watch YouTube, kind of familiar with people that do YouTube. I don't know. I probably would have thought people were kind of strange talking to themselves either. Uh-huh. Yeah. I haven't had enough caffeine yet. Apparently. Wow. All right. So now we're headed back home. And then the fun begins, putting everything away that I purchased at the grocery store and Walmart. Yay. My favorite thing ever. Since the sarcasm. I don't know for sure what this guy's doing. I think he's doing. Okay. I'll go up this really bumpy, nasty, chunkity hill. I really wish they'd fix that. That's the exit from McDonald's right there. Fabulous. Alrighty, so I know this is a weird angle. I obviously tried to put the iPad on the dashboard, and I have a curved dashboard. I've mentioned that before. It does not work, so I'm gonna have to figure out some better way to vlog in the car, because this is kind of a weird angle. Kind of a very weird angle. Plus, you get weird sun streaks coming through at this angle. But sorry, and I have to remember not to put my hand up there, so I can't drive at 10 and 2. But we will be home very soon, and I will show you what I got. Some of the stuff you didn't see because didn't have a really good place to put you in the cart either. So I picked up the iPad as I was shopping, but then it doesn't, I don't know, I have not figured this thing out quite yet, how to shop and vlog at the same time, because you need your hands free to take things off the shelves and to like push the cart and look at things, and it's just not easy. So these people that do shopping hauls all the time and actually take you through the stores with them, really admire them. It's pretty amazing. And I didn't talk, obviously, in either store, because it was enough that I was actually like filming and holding the iPad up every once in a while, and the iPhone sometimes. But I was not about to talk to myself through the grocery store. If my daughter had been with me, I probably would have, because it wouldn't have bothered me as much for some reason. Probably because I probably would have thought that people were thinking I was talking to her and not the camera. But yeah, really there wasn't anything exciting to say in the grocery store. I mean, it was groceries. I got cheese cubes and a block of sharp cheddar and some flour tortillas and some milk and cottage cheese and some garden vegetable cream cheese, which is really, really good on the rosemary and olive oil Triscuits. Good snack. Don't want to eat too many of those because I would be high in fat, but just for, a few crackers, it's a really nice little snack. I got some more of that Simply Lemonade raspberry lemonade. It's so, so, so good. The only thing I don't like about it is it's pulpy, and I'm not a pulp in my drink kind of person. When I get orange juice, I get pulp free because I don't like chunks in my juice. It just feels gross to me. Okay, we're back on my gravel. I'm sure you can recognize the jittering of the camera now. And they must have done something on the road out there because it shattered a little bit. They have the little like wake up strips, but sometimes they don't do the best job putting placement of them, and they're too inside the line, and so you're not actually supposed to be driving on those where they're put. But just driving like you're supposed to be, sometimes you hit them. I'm gonna check the mail real quick and see if we got anything interesting. I did get something from Amazon yesterday, and I can show you what I got. Just a few things, not really exciting, but just little bits here and there. I'm trying to slow down. Okay, I got a cable bill and a catalog for my husband. Yay! Yeah, I've been trying to slow down the Amazon purchases because for a while there, I think I was like getting stuff like every other day. And it was small boxes of stuff, but it does add up. I mean, $25 here, $30 there. It doesn't take very long, and you spent several $100s if you're not careful. So I'm trying to be more conscious of what I'm buying and how much I'm spending. Okay, we're about to go into the garage where it will be darker, and then we'll be home. Okay. Here we go into the garage. That is another thing on my list to clean. Okay. It's not too bad, I guess, because the sunlight is still there. All right, we're home. I'm gonna unload the car, and then I'll probably talk to you and close out this vlog. So I'll see you in a little bit. All right, off to get things out of the car. Here's all the stuff that I got on my little trip. I wanted some of these jalapeno chips. They burn my face off. I don't want them. Jalapeno poppers, cheddar cheese, cheese cubes. You saw those in the grocery store. We use these a lot to make burritos and all kinds of yummy things. Cottage cheese. This is the garden vegetable cream cheese I was telling you about that is so good on crackers. Yum, yum, yum. Here's the thing here. Got some eggs and some pepper because we're about out of water. And a spray bottle. I want to start making my own cleaners. I'm going to do a vinegar and water solution for our windows and things. And then Hidden Valley Ranch all the way, Mr. Thane. Whoop whoop, Hidden Valley. And then I found these super cute. You probably saw a little snippet of these in my Walmart little thing, but look at these cute little plates. These are like the, I don't know what size they are. I think they're 10 of them, and they're like about 7 inches. Yeah. And then, so I got 3 of those. That'd be 30. I can do the math. And then these plates, super cute. Because you know I'm doing pineapples in my classroom, so I thought we'd have to have a luau or something. They're only 8 of the big ones, and they're like 8.5 basically inches in diameter. But I got 3 of these, so there'll be 24 of these, and there'll be 30 of these. That'd be good. And I should probably have 20-ish students. I had 21 last year, and we'll see what happens this year because there were less kindergartners. So this is so good. And this Simply Lemonade Raspberry, but it's very pulpy. So if you don't like pulp, you might want to strain it because I'm serious, it's pulpy. And you can see on the bottom, it kind of collects on the bottom. Oh yeah, you can see that area there on the end right here. Right there, very pulpy. But it's still really good. And here's my yummy, yummy, yummy drink from McDonald's that I can't wait to drink. I need to put all of this away first, which really isn't that much considering. I mean, this was a very small, I think I spent maybe $50 today. Not too bad for everything. So that's what I did. And I'll talk to you later. I mentioned that I'd gotten some things from Amazon lately, and here is something I haven't shared yet because it just came yesterday. Let me open the box. Pull it out a little bit. Okay. So I got this book called The Jelly Donut Difference, Sharing Kindness with the World, and that is going to be my big focus for the school year next year, is just being kind, because I kind of feel like that's the ultimate rule right there. If you can be kind, you're probably doing everything else right too. And it's written by Maria Dismondy. I'm not sure I'm saying her name right, but she also, I believe, is the author of I don't remember what it's called. She wrote like the Spaghetti and Meatball Girl or something like that. I'll try to link it in the description box because I have it too. But she does a lot of good books about kindness and sharing and just get good character traits for your classroom. So this, I think, is going to be a good addition to my arsenal of character traits books. I also got, I don't know why I waited this long. This is my 10th year of teaching in a public school. I also taught in a preschool before this. But the first 6 weeks of school, it's about the responsive classroom. And so I'm very excited to try this out and add it to what I'm already doing. So I think this is going to be great. I'll let you know what I think about this after I start reading it. I have several books I really need to get crack-a-lackin' on because I've been a slacker, honestly. I've kind of been hanging out right here on this little couch with my blankie and my pillow, my TV, and my cats. Yeah, and not my computer, not today because there's no charger, but yeah. Good thing I have 2 iPads, one school one and one personal one. Okay, and then I got 3 reams of white cardstock. And then I got these little shower rings, but I'm doing brag tags. Let me take you over here. I showed this in another video, but I showed this in the same bad light too. That's my brag tag organizer that my daughter's going to paint that color. Here are the brag tag chains, but these are the ball chains, and for first graders, I really think those are going to be really, really hard for them to open. See if I can do this with one hand. See, you just pinch it, and it opens up, and they can slide their brag tag onto this little hooky thing, and then just hook it back together, and this will be hanging off their chain like this, which I think will be good. We'll see how that works. I think this might be a lot more user-friendly for little hands that don't have necessarily great fine motor skills yet, especially for my delayed kids. I always have some every year that have trouble gripping, and I don't want them to be left out of the brag tag situation. And I am not, I repeat, not going to be opening and closing 20 some odd ball chain necklaces every time someone gets a ball chain, or gets a brag tag. So we're going to try these things out. So I'll let you know how it goes. So that's my little Amazon haul. And I'll let you know if I get anything else cool. My husband came home as I was beginning to cook, and so instead of vlogging my cooking of this awesome recipe, I just chatted with him while I prepared our food. But I thought that I would show you pictures of the finished product at least. This was a Cajun spiced chicken with potato salad and red cabbage slaw. Since my husband is not a big vegetable person, I decided to save the potato salad and the cabbage slaw for tomorrow for my daughter and me to eat for lunch. And I thought it might taste better cold anyway, and so it's chilling in the refrigerator. But we had the chicken, and then I made some green beans, and we had cottage cheese with it, which made a nice meal. And I wasn't terribly hungry since I had had that mocha frappe kind of late in the day. Shame on me. So I'm saving my chicken for tomorrow. So I will have the entire meal tomorrow for lunch. So I think that would be really, really nice. The Cajun spice, I only used half of it, and I'm really glad I did that because I don't really care for a lot of spice in my food. And my husband does. So he said it was plenty spicy for him, and it was just a little too spicy for me, even though I only used half of it. But I did not have it with the intended sides, and I really think eating it with the potato salad and the slaw that are shown here would have toned down the spice and would have made a nice complement to the meal, which is probably why they chose it. Well, thank you for joining me in my rambly adventure today. I've got everything put away. The cats are having a little snack because they seem to be starving when I came home. I'm going to try to put this vlog together in all of its glory, rambling and all. And I'm going to enjoy my mocha frappe as I sit on the couch and work on my video snippets. So I will see you next time, friends. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't subscribed, think about clicking the subscribe button so you can join me in more crazy adventures this summer. And please hit the notification bell so you know when something new pops up. And let me know if you found some other cool teacher vloggers in your journeys too, because I'm always looking for more friends. Thank you. I'll see you later. Bye.